Hey, it's Macktion from tabletroms.com, and I've got newer technology's Power2U. It's an outlet that has an integrated two integrated USB ports. Well, let's install it. So first things first, you'll want to plug a light into the old socket. I like a light because the moment you've shut off the power, it's very obvious because the lights go out. Bam. So now you've turned off the circuit breaker, which you should do before doing anything like this. And then you'll want to remove the faceplate, of course, and remove the old outlet. Now, what is important here is just to not do anything silly and make double sure that you have actually cut the power to that outlet by using the circuit breaker. I can't stress that one enough. Well, anyway, when you pull out the outlet, you'll see that you've got three types of wires. You've got a bare copper wire, and that's the ground. You've got white wires and black wires. Now, the white wires are your neutral, and the black wire is your hot. And you're going to want to attach the ground, the copper one, to the green screw, the white to the silver screws, and the black to the brass screws. Now, we've gone ahead and just skipped out taking that and taking off the old outlet. But when you've got the wires, you're going to want to bend them at a 90-degree angle or thereabouts when you put them in. That'll help to just make it easier to fit everything back in. So go ahead, unscrew the terminals, out a little ways, bend everything so that it fits in properly, screw them down, tighten them down, and you get the picture. One thing that I should note is that it is quite a bit larger than most other lighting, electrical outlets. So you're going to need to make sure that you've got the space for this in the box. It also might take a little bit of doing because you've got the wires in there, so you'll need to persuade it a little bit. Like this. And then after you've persuaded it a little bit and tried to put it in there, you might just find that it doesn't seem to be fitting so well, so you'll pull it back out and try it again, push it back in. So anyway, point being is keep at it. You do, of course, have to make sure that your box will have enough space because there is a slight risk for overheating and catching your house on fire. So, yeah, don't forget that. Anyway, after a while, when you've gotten things situated, the next order of business will be to make sure that you can get that you can get it tight enough so that it doesn't wiggle around, but also you do, for aesthetic purposes, want to be able to make it flush with the wall, the faceplate. So it does take a little bit of trial and error, put it in farther, unscrew it and let it back a little ways until you find just the right spot. Now, for those of you sharp observers, you may have noticed that we did a little bit of cutting of drywall. You might have to do a little bit of that yourself as you're replacing the outlets, because, like I said, you're going to need all the space that you can get. Well, once you've got everything situated, you will, of course, want to screw the faceplate on. And then from there, go ahead, try it out, plug some things in. Now, we've found that we can have all four of those ports all working at once. A light in, we can have a charger, and then we can plug in our USB stuff. And it does pretty darn well. There are some phones and some devices that require very special voltages through the USB, so be sure to double check what they need. But we found all of ours were working great, and so this is how, with just a little bit of preparation and tools, you can get a Power2U working in your own house.